Welcome all to the CSS Selector presentation by QACult. CSS selectors are used for identifying web elements, and of course they are used in Selenium Scripts and WebDriver. Uh, I, Amit Diwan, founder director at QACult, is going to present this demo and have worked in various organizations and worked as automation framework developer. So yes, why QACult? We have experienced academic professionals to guide about software requirements, configuration management, tools and methodologies for verification and validation in software quality. We have expertise in grooming people and showing them the roadmap to the corporate world. Till now, 200 plus students are trained by us and they are currently employed with the software companies. And coming on to the agenda for this presentation, we will cover CSS and its advantages.
You are currently the only person in this conference.
We will also cover the CSS with element attributes, and then we will see the using class and ID attribute for creating CSS. Then we will see the CSS of child element in hierarchy. We will also be using contains value for creating CSS of an element, and then we will see the CSS of element when they are when the specific value is not contained in the attribute. I will request you all to please shut down your mics. One of the important aspects of the test automation, that is with WebDriver, is to identify different elements on the page which are required for interacting, like clicking on it or typing on it. The web element can be text field or radio button or drop down or a button only. So the CSS is the one of the locators present in the WebDriver with the by class. Of course, there are other locators also like ID, name, class, and XPath, but CSS is one of the better technique for finding the web element. I will tell you why. It is faster than XPath, and it's more readable and easier to develop, and then it is more used often used in than XPath, and it makes your script more dynamic and robust. And then we will cover all this with the help of practical example, but just see that how the CSS can be prepared. Let's imagine we have an input tag with type text, and its ID is first name and name is first underscore name and class is my form. Then the CSS can be created with elements with the element tag name, and then in the square braces attributes name and its value in the double quotes. Of course, it can also be in the single quotes. And then the CSS of the above input tag becomes input, and then the name is equal to first name in the square braces. I will also like to tell you that sometimes it is not possible to identify the web element with a single attribute. Then we have to use the multiple attributes, and that's why in CSS when we use the two attributes, they are written in the square braces, like written below the input name tag and ID tag. So you can see that we can also use hash notation for the ID in CSS. Like I was writing id is equal to first name in the square braces for CSS. Now I will just write the tag name as input, and then the then with the hash the id name, that is first name. And we can also use dot notation for the class. Like I have written my form with the tag input dot my form. So now let's go to a practical example. And the practical example, this is my Firefox browser and I have opened box.com and I am logging into the website for telling you uh, the CSS extraction process. So yes, I will inspect this element. This is the account menu and I will inspect it. You can see that it is a element of type button with id is menu button 11, but I will use this data resin target account menu which is given here, and I just copy this. Now I have this crop path extension where I will verify the CSS I developed. The tag name is button, right? And then open the square braces and paste the attribute with value which you have just copied and close the square braces, and then see that it is telling you that one matching node is found, and it is also showing you the attribute. So this is the attribute with the single attribute. We have developed the web component, located it on the screen. Now I will also use class in this attribute. I will show you that its class is button plain, which is written over here. So while preparing the CSS with two attributes, uh, both the attributes are written here. Somehow it's not giving the element, but let's see, can we use something other? Okay, I will use the area label instead of class. So you can see that I will use area label and close the square braces uh, uh, and copy this, and will show you that, and will verify in the crop path. Now what I does is copy paste it over in the crop path and see that one matching node is found with the two attributes of the element, right? So for this purpose I have prepared it's a box login, it has logged in. I will just logged out from here, and I just want to show you that how the ID can be used with the hash sign. So login email, I have copied it from here. It's the ID of the input tag, and then navigated to crop path extension which I have installed on my Firefox browser, and then I will write the tag name as input, and then the hash sign, right, and the login email value of ID which I have copied, and then I will you can see that it's showing the one matching node found for the web component it has located, right. So similarly you can do it for the class with dot tag. So for the class I will write a dot and the class value and enter. It is again showing one matching node found, right. So let's see what's next in the presentation. The using class and ID attribute, we have done this. So next is the how to create CSS of child element which is in hierarchy. So I have taken a tag div, and within that tag there is a image tag img. So we can reach to image tag with the help of space. So we have navigated one step below the div tag with the help of a space, and we have gone to image tag. Don't worry, I will show you it with the practical example. And then there is a CSS for multiple child elements which have the same parent, like there is the unordered list ul which has a id fruit, and then there are three allied tags apple, orange and banana. For reaching the last tag we can use li last child with the after giving a space in ul fruit from ul fruit tag, and you can also find the nth child element by using a space from the ul tag, then li colon nth of type 2. This I will show you. Then there is a CSS of elements which contains certain specific value, like I have taken a tag div which has a pattern 123 underscore pattern underscore random id. This is the id value, right. For using the substring in the div web element or value it contains in CSS, we can use asterisk sign. So with the asterisk sign we can signify id asterisk is equal to underscore pattern underscore within double quotes or single quotes, that's your choice. And also for the contains word we can use contains keyword and write it in a round braces the attribute value. Next I will be covering CSS of elements when certain specific value is not there. Actually I am preparing the CSS of the last two div elements. See, there are 4 div elements and last two div element does not contain class unavailable. The top contains class unavailable. So I am preparing CSS is equal to div calendar day. This is present in the all the 4, and then colon not class unavailable. This is not available in the last two divs, so this CSS is for last two divs. I will be covering in a practical example. And then uh, let's go through the practical example. Right, so here I am showing you that I have navigated to this button, but let's show you how I have navigated to this button. Sorry, I inspected to this element. This is a box note button which has a data resin target new box button, and it's within a div which has a class action bar actions. This class is contained within this div. So I will prepare a crow path. First, I have written the CSS for the div element with the class contains action bar actions, and then space, and then the CSS for a button tag. So I have reached to this button. When you will press enter, the crow path will verify that this web component is correct, and this is the way we can reach to the element below in the hierarchy with CSS, right? So now I am showing you that how we can use contains. Actually, you can see that there's a one matching node found for this upload button. I have used this class upload button, and it is not present in the any other element. So by using this, I have used a contain asterisk sign which is signified as contains for the class attribute. Right, now how we can use the not sign. See man, why I have used the not here, I will explain to you. Let's copy this and Control X. When I click this, you can see that there are two matching nodes found, right? And there are two buttons in the hierarchy. There are two buttons, and the one button does not contain the upload button as a class. It is only present in the below button, it's not present in the above button. So I have written that I want to find a upper button which does not contains a class new button, and it is a new button and in this screen. So here I have shown you that how we can use the not attribute for finding the web elements, right? So for QACult, uh, we desire to prepare individuals who can handle the automation projects and automation suite independently. We have experienced courses as well as courses for freshers. For experience, there is the MTA course, and for freshers there is a practical and theoretical automation certified course, and then the CTA course. You can check all these courses on our website qacult.com.